Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get Pokemon TCG code cards. Are you looking to complete your card collection online for the latest set? PTCGO has everything you need. And please remember to use my code NIGHT22 at checkout so that you can get a 5% discount. Please enjoy the discount and your purchase directly supports the content I create in this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your supporting PTCGO. In today's video, we're taking a look at Onix from the Pokemon Go expansion set. Onix is a basic Pokemon with 120 HP, 4 retreat cost, no resistance, and is weak to grass. It has 2 attacks. The first one is Rock Tomb. For 3 colorless energy, it deals 50 damage, but then during your opponent's turn, the defending Pokemon cannot retreat. And what makes this card unique is its second attack, Raging Swing. For 2 fighting and 2 colorless energy, this attack deals 50 times damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So from 60 to 70 damage on this Onix, you're looking at dealing a one-hit knockout on any Pokemon in the game. This attack is super powerful, but the attack is a bit expensive to pay off. So to help with that, in this build, I'm utilizing the Gutsy Pickaxe. Reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a fighting energy, you can attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. Otherwise, you just put a non-energy card in your hand. But just as a side note, you cannot use this card unless you have a Pokemon in your bench. And to use this effectively, I'm pairing this with Oranguru with a Primate Wisdom ability, which allows you to swap one card from your hand with a card on top of your deck. So you can switch a fighting energy from your hand to put it on top of your deck, and with this combination, you can accelerate an extra energy during your turn. And I'm also using a full set of Twin Energy to help with the 2 colorless energy requirement. And to preserve my energies, I'm using 2 copies of EXP Share Tool Card. This way you can just transfer 1 energy to one of your other Onix in case one is knocked out. And right-hand is really helpful too. If one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you can accelerate 1 energy to one of your Pokemon and then you can get an extra card from your deck. Now the next challenge is getting those damage counters on your Onix. Well, of course, one way is by absorbing and surviving your opponent's attacks. There are a few ways you can add damage counters on Onix, but in this build, I'll be using Gabe Jawbog Stadium. Each time either player puts a basic Pokemon from their hand to the bench, it receives 2 damage counters on it. Some other stadiums like Old Cemetery or Spikemuth are pretty good too. You can use Cape of Toughness to boost Onix HP to 170, but in this build I will just evolve Onix into this STEELIX, since it can boost its HP to 190. All we have to do is use Memory Capsule Tool Card so you'll still have access to Onix's attack. But not only that, you'll have access to this attack, Powerful Rage. For just 2 colorless energy, this attack deals 20 damage times the number of damage counters on STEELIX. So if it is on its last HP, this attack will be dealing 360 damage, which pretty much knocks out any Pokemon in the game. But this STEELIX is also great dealing damage to your own bench Pokemon thanks to its second attack, Earthquake. For 2 fighting and 1 colorless energy, it deals 180 damage and it also deals 30 damage to your entire bench. 180 damage is a really good damage output already, but with 2 of the recoil damage, you'll be building up the damage counter on your bench Pokemon by 6. That's 300 damage output power built up for Onix. This will make our deck self-sufficient so we don't rely too much on the stadiums. To increase our Pokemon's attack even further, I added 1 copy of Grant. It increases fighting Pokemon's attack by 30 damage during that turn, and you can easily recover this from the discard pile by discarding 2 cards from your hand, so you can use it pretty much every turn. And that's pretty much the core strategy for this build. My draw engine will be Snorlax with the Gormandize ability, and Radiant Venusaur for its Sunny Bloom ability, which guarantees us at least 4 cards at the end of our turn. But also, I'm using 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass. You can only use this on your very first turn in the game, but if you happen to have them on hand, you can set up 2 basic Pokemon from your deck straight to your bench. The setup for Onix and STEELIX can be a bit difficult since you have to build up the damage on your Pokemon, and most of the attacks requires a lot of energy. And since this build depends on how much damage are on your Pokemon, you'll have to play it smart because that can mean that your Pokemon can easily get knocked out as well. But if you do pull off the combos, the damage output can be devastating against your opponent. I'm also going to include this variant that you can try out with the Swampert line. This is really good because it has the Muddy Maker ability, allowing you to attach either a water or a fighting energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. It's a nice energy accelerator, and it also has the Earthquake attack, allowing you to set up Onix as well. But I will also include one video showcasing this particular build. And that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below, and now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Onix. Alright, let's get straight to our first match. My opponent chooses to go first, and we're going to start this one with a Radiant Venusaur to go into the active. But it's not too bad, we do have a quick ball. I could grab a Snorlax, but we also have Marnie so that we can draw into more cards. And my opponent's using a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX build. which I think is not a bad matchup for us. As long as we can evolve into a STEELIX, we should be able to tank a hit or two. And my opponent's going to start with a Radiant Eevee in their active, and they're going to pass it on to us. But wait, what's this? They also have a Radiant Greninja. Right? They're both Radiants. Am I right? Am I right? Dude, that's got to be a glitch in the system. It's not supposed to allow you to do that. But anyways, let's go ahead and use this Quick Ball. Discard Grant. We can use that Grant anytime we want. I'll just set up an Onix. And then we can use the Pickaxe. Dude, we got a VIP pass. That's insane. I think I'll grab another Onix and an Oranguru. Cool. Then I can use Primate Wisdom. Another VIP pass. That is insane. So I'll grab these two. Manaphy for sure. That way we can protect our bench from damage. And then I'm just gonna Gormandize, I think. Alright, cool. So far so good. I'm not too worried about these two Radiant Pokemon being played at the same time. Although it's illegal, technically. But that is that's actually pretty insane. I might have to try that out before they fix the glitch. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So my opponent's using their Radiant Eevee. At this point, they can get any 3 cards from their deck because they have 3 different types of Pokemon in play. And that's what makes Radiant Eevee really good. But thankfully, we have Marnie. We can easily disrupt that. We can just put those to the bottom of their deck. I'm just going to put this Stadium in play. We can evolve into STEELIX. And then I can use Primate Wisdom. Exchange 1 energy card from our hand to the top deck. That way we can use Gutsy Pickaxe. That's an extra energy acceleration to our STEELIX. Then we can use Marnie. Or let me just put this energy. Then use Marnie. Disrupt our opponent's hand. And we got a bunch of nice cards from that draw. We can put the Memory Capsule to our STEELIX and this EXP share on Onix. Discard this with a Quick Ball. That way we can draw into extra cards with Radiant Venusaur. And we got a Scoop Up Net. So now we can get our Venusaur out of the active spot. And we have Twin Energy to energize our STEELIX as well. My opponent will energize their Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. So if they switch out their Eevee, they can deal 150 damage, knocking out our Radiant Venusaur. But they're just going to attack. Okay. They're just going to grab 3 cards their turn. Alright, so our Radiant Venusaur survives. Scoop that up. We can attack with our STEELIX this turn. And then let's Primate Wisdom, see what card we have on top. Okay, another Twin Energy. I don't want to use Professor's Research because I want to keep that Twin Energy. I think I'll just attack with Earthquake. That way I can set up my Onix slowly but surely. That will knock out their Radiant Eevee, dealing 360 damage because of its weakness. Alright, we got another Snorlax from our prize cards. And like I said, this matchup is a little bit on our favor because my opponent's Rapid Strike Urshifu will not be able to knock out my Onix in a single hit. And even if they attack it, that builds up energy. Because the more damage counter to our Onix or our STEELIX, we can deal more damage. And with the Memory Capsule, we can use Onix attack. We can one-hit knock out their Rapid Strike Urshifu. Which is pretty insane, actually. Being able to knock out a VMAX just like that. And sure enough, they are going to Gale Thrust, dealing 150 damage to our STEELIX. But that builds up energy for us. Let me Primate Wisdom. Another energy, okay. I don't need to use Grant right now, but I could. Yeah, let me just knock out my opponent's active Pokemon, getting us 3 prizes. So now we only have 2 prizes left to go. And yeah, if we have a boss's order, they're probably just gonna knock us out though. Yeah, they can switch out because they have their Tower of Waters. And they can knock out our STEELIX. But I don't know how else we can add damage to our Onix. That's the only thing. So at least we have another Onix on hand. We can set up another one. Then we can replace their stadium with our Gape Jawbog Stadium. That's going to add 20 damage to our new Onix. We can transfer this to our bench. And then we're going to go from there. We have 3 damage counters on our Onix so far. That's 150 damage, which is pretty significant, I guess. And then it's Primate Wisdom. We do have a Gutsy Pickaxe, so that's really good. So let's go ahead and use that. Accelerate energy to our benched Onix. And then put another energy. Right? Use Raihan, put it on the active. And I think I'll just get a STEELIX to evolve my active. And then I'll use Earthquake, deal 180 damage to their Urshifu, and we're building up our Onix even further on the bench. And our Venusaur gets us a Raihan, which is really nice. That can get us a Twin Energy later on. And yeah, all we need to do is knock out this Urshifu. If we have a boss, we can actually knock out their Crobat as well. But as it is... Oh, they have Avery. I think I could discard my Snorlax and my Oranguru. We don't need them as much right now. But yeah, I think we got this. They have Tower of Waters. They can switch out their Urshifu with a full HP though, so that's the thing. If they manage to knock out my STEELIX in the active though, my Onix only has 50 damage to it, so it's only dealing 250 damage. And we do have Grant in the discard pile, 280. Dude, they used Gale Thrust and we survived with 10 HP. That is insane. Do we have enough damage to our STEELIX? We don't have Memory Capsules, so we can't use Onix Attack. Let me see. We have Grant. I could use Grant. And then that will add 30 additional damage. Yeah, I think we got this. Let's go for it. Powerful Rage. Yes! Yes, there it is! 390 damage for a one-hit KO against this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Alright, let's move on to our next match. I will be able to go first this time. We are going to start with an Onix in the active though. I do get scared a little bit when Onix goes into the active because it has 4 retreat costs. It's hard to get it out of the active spot. But we do have a Scoop Up Net. What we don't have is a benched Pokemon to switch to. And we're getting a lot of Pickaxe and a lot of energy. And we're going against a Solrock Lunatone combo. And this is not going to be good because they can easily energize their Pokemon. But unlike us, Onix requires a lot of energy to attack. So our setup is definitely a lot worse than theirs. So let's see how well we do here. First of all, we need more Pokemon. They can actually knock out our STEELIX or our Onix if they wanted to. So I think I'll just put 1 energy, evolve into STEELIX, and hope to survive an attack here. We can't attack right now because we don't have any damage on our STEELIX. Powerful Rage will do 0 damage. There it is. They're fully energized. They can attack with their Lunatone. But thankfully, we should be able to survive an attack here. Moon Kinesis, dealing 120 damage to our STEELIX. Ooh, alright, cool. We got a Quick Ball finally. And I could just grab another Onix, I guess. At least we can use our Pickaxe. Maybe we can draw into better cards here. We got to switch a STEELIX. Okay. I think that will do. Powerful Rage, allowing us to get a knockout here. So at least we are leading the price exchange. But with that said, my opponent should be able to knock out my STEELIX with their Lunatone. But they have Mew in their active. They have to figure out how to get their Mew out of the active first. If they don't have any switching options or switching cards, then we should be okay for another turn. It really depends on how my opponent plays this. But they're also using V cards. Okay, they have Zacian V, and it has the ability to accelerate one energy from their deck to one of their Pokemon, but that will end their turn. And I can kind of see that being played on a Lunatone Solrock combo, but it adds liability. And they also have Sylveon V. Alright, so this is not a straight up Lunatone Solrock combo. They're adding more energies to their Lunatone. Okay, we got a Twin Energy. Let's evolve into a STEELIX. And we should have Memory Capsule. I could just put this Twin Energy to the STEELIX. And I'll just attack and knock out their Mew. I have really nothing else to do here. And we got a Marnie. Okay, cool. That should help us to draw into better cards, hopefully, on our next turn. They could knock out my STEELIX at this point, though. I'm not sure why they're not attacking with their Lunatone. Ribbon Badge, okay. Magical, okay. They were able to knock out my STEELIX, though, with their Sylveon V. We got Memory Capsule. Can use Raihan. Accelerate an extra energy. And then I think I will... I could get a Venusaur. I'll just get another Onix, I think. And then I think we should be able to survive an attack, hopefully. Yeah, I'll just hit for 180 damage. Oh, okay. Sylveon is not weak against, or it has no resistance to fighting, so that's actually good. It's gonna be a lot easier for us to knock it out, even if they evolve into a VMAX. Alright, they're also using Spikemuth Stadium. That's an interesting combo. But yeah, let's see what my opponent does. Right now, their Sylveon V is not attacking for a lot of damage. They are setting up more Lunatones on the bench, though. Professor's Research. Okay, they also have Florges. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they should have enough energy to their Lunatone to get a knockout here. Magical Shot. Okay, 60 damage. We're actually dealing 300 damage now. Get a STEELIX. It's our last one from our deck. Then I'll just use Marnie. We have a horrible setup right now. VIP pass is a little late, and yeah, we're just not drawing into. We're not drawing into useful cards, guys. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. So we're gonna push through. Hopefully, I'll leave one energy card in case we draw into Raihan, and then I'll just attack here. Can use Raging Swing. I could use Earthquake. Yeah, I'll continue to use that. That way I can set up my other STEELIX on the bench. And with the damage counter, I think they will be able to knock out my STEELIX for sure with their Lunatone. They're using Gordy. They get 2 energy cards from that. And they're putting more energies to their Lunatone. Okay. I don't think they need to put that much because they're just wasting it. If their Lunatone gets knocked out, it's going to be hard for them to accelerate it. So, in my opinion, you shouldn't put all those energies in one Pokemon unless you're sure it's going to survive. So, for the meantime, we are in a bad spot here. Yeah, we could knock it out with Powerful Rage. But, we could get knocked out also. I might have to use... Yeah, I'll use Professor's Research. Because, dude, what is going on, man? Come on. I guess I have no choice. 90 damage. Thankfully, we had enough damage counter on our STEELIX to get that knockout. Otherwise, nothing. But, yeah, this could be game over for us. We're just not drawing to the cards we need. We need more basic Pokemon to set up. At least my opponent still needs 4 prizes, but still, if they end up knocking out my STEELIX in the active, that's it. But yeah, we should have a lot of basic Pokemon still in our deck, but for some reason our RNG is really bad. We're not drawing to the cards that we need. Yeah, it can be very frustrating like that sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna push on, see what happens. We need 2 more prizes left. Hopefully they don't knock out my STEELIX so we can get another turn. Alright, cool. They're just gonna use their Zacian V to accelerate energy, ending their turn. We got Venusaur finally, so that should allow us to survive an extra turn. Get another Onix. Put this EXP share, and I'll use Professor's Research. Yeah, I'll use Professor's Research. Got Oranguru. Finally, they're coming in. I can actually use Powerful Rage instead to attack this Mew. Got another energy. That way I can start energizing my Onix. And thanks to my opponent's Stadium, that's actually going to help us out to build damage to our Onix. So that's good. And then I could use Ordinary Rod. 3 energy, yeah, I'll do both. I'll get STEELIX and Onix back to our deck, and also 2 energies. Again, leaving 1 energy for Raihan just in case. And then we're just gonna use Powerful Rage, dealing 130 damage to their Mew, getting us another prize. So we need 1 more prize to go, guys. And I think we got this. We just need an extra energy to our Onix to deal that knockout blow. I need to get Raihan or something so that I can accelerate an extra energy. They are gonna Marnie. Hopefully that can actually draw us into a Raihan. Come on, give me a Raihan. Yes! There it is! There it is. Thank you to my opponent. Now, that will guarantee our win this turn. Can transfer 1 energy, and we have more than enough energy we need to knock out my opponent's active Pokemon. So let's go ahead and accelerate an energy to Onix. We should have twin energy. Okay, we got 2. And that will deal 4 damage to our active Onix. Gapejaw Bog, and then let's see, 4, 8. Yeah, I think that's 200 damage, right? Raging Swing for the win. 170 damage. Wow, that was a close one. Good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. We will go first, but we're going to have to mulligan. So in this build, I'm using Old Cemetery as my Stadium. It's also a good way to build up damage counter to our Onix each time we attach an energy from our hand onto our Pokemon. But I'm also using the Swampert line. It's just a good energy accelerator, and it combos really well with Old Cemetery because each time we attach an energy, again, from our hand onto our Pokemon, it's going to add an additional 2 damage counters. So we're going to start this one off with the Snorlax in the active, and then an Onix on our bench. And I think I'm going to set up for my Raihan because we have a bunch on hand. In case my opponent knocks out my Snorlax, we can use Raihan. And I'm just going to Gormandize here. See what we get. We get a Quick Ball and also Grant, which is really great, and a bunch of energy. And we're going up against a Psychic type build. And they have Galarian Rapidash V, Zacian V, and also a bunch of Shadow Rider Calyrex V on their bench. And Cresselia is just going to energize their Shadow Rider. I'm guessing that's their main attacker. So for the meantime, I'm just going to use Quick Ball. We only have 1 Mudkip in our deck, so I'm going to start setting up for my Swampert line and also start building up my Onix. And we're just going to continue to Gormandize this turn. I used Grant just so we can have it in the discard pile. And we can always just recover it and use it for our turn whenever we want. I just need it in the discard pile. That way we'll always have access to it. But we do have Irida from our Gormandize, so we can actually evolve into our Swampert on our next turn. And my opponent's using Old Cemetery as well, so that's actually really helpful for us. They're going to attack my Snorlax, but it survives with 10 HP. That is pretty awesome. So I'm just going to use Irida here, that way we can evolve into our Swampert. Get a rare candy, get this thing going. And we have access to water energy. I can actually accelerate that, put the twin energy, and even start attacking this turn. We can knock out this Cresselia. They have Old Cemetery though, that's going to put 4 damage counter to our Swampert. But at least we can remove 2 energies from their field, and that should reduce the damage output, even if they evolve into their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. But if I do attack, that will knock out our Snorlax. But yet, we are building up Onix. So I think I'm going to go for it. I think the benefit far outweighs the negative effects. So at least we get 1 prize for that. And my opponent gets 1 as well. We get another Mudkip. It's a good way to build up another Swampert on the field. That way we have 2 energy accelerators. My opponent will evolve into their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, but they're just going to use Zacian V to accelerate 1 energy in the field, but that will end their turn. We have a Quick Ball. I think I will discard the Old Cemetery, and I'll get another Onix set up, and then I'll just use Marnie for now. Alright, cool. We can evolve into another Swampert next turn. I could use Memory Capsule to this Onix, and could attach an energy. I could attach a twin energy on the Onix with the damage counter, I think. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. So now we have 4 damage counter. In case they knock out my Swampert, I could get that water energy. Just get a STEELIX here. And then, yeah, I'll just do that. Earthquake for 180 damage. And then we're continuing to build up the damage counter on our Onix on the bench. And again, with the Memory Capsule, we have access to Onix's attack. And it deals a lot more damage than STEELIX. Okay, so now they have Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX accelerating their other Pokemon on their bench. And my opponent's actually using Mew VMAX build, or Mew VMAX line as well on their build. And I'm not sure how useful it is because they don't have any other fusion type Pokemon on the field. But I guess they could use the attack Max Miracle. That way, even if you have like Miltank, it's just gonna go through it. So I'm just gonna attack and knock out this Zacian V, and that's gonna get us 2 prizes, and that leaves us with 3 prizes left to go. They are gonna attack with Cresselia. I think only hitting for 120 damage. I think we will be able to survive an attack here, but we're not doing too good though. If they end up knocking out my Swampert, I could attack with STEELIX. I could put it in the active, but if I don't draw into an energy, it's gonna be bad for us. So they're gonna attack, but it doesn't knock us out. So now, if I attack, it's gonna knock out my Manaphy though. Again, I'll just have to take the risk. 180 damage, so that gives my opponent an extra prize. But that's also gonna get us prize. We got a STEELIX, alright. So they're gonna knock out my Swampert for sure. Well played, okay. Okay. They could boss my STEELIX though, that's the thing. But Shadow Rider Calyrex also has resistance to fighting, so even if they boss my STEELIX, we can use... Dude, they're gonna use Escape Rope. Okay, let's present this Onix. It's fine. We have one... We have an extra one on our bench, so that's good. And they're gonna put Mew in the active spot. Alright. I mean, they can get a knockout here. That's fine. Oh no, they're just gonna retreat into their Shadow Rider. And they're just gonna attack. Okay. Alright, so, let me put Swampert in the active. Dude, that's insane. So we got an energy, we have Raihan. Check it out, guys. We're just gonna retreat with our Swampert. Put an energy on our STEELIX in the active with a memory capsule. And look at this. We're just gonna use Raging Swing, dealing 470 damage. Winning us the game. Good game, guys. Good game. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.